Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Hey, the movie maniac. How are you? What is up? I'm bored. And decided last minute that I wanted to live stream. So here I am. How are you doing? What's new with you? I feel like I haven't seen you for a while, but I've also not really been live streaming. So how's everything going with you? Hey, Morrison. What's up? I know I literally like scheduled this 10 minutes ago. I was like, you know what? Let's go live, see if anybody wants to chit chat. I have nothing planned to talk about, which is kind of like my norm. I feel like I don't usually have things planned to talk about, but um, yeah. So, howdy, yo. The movie maniac says, I'm good, thanks. Well, yeah. Anything new with you? I'm good too. I'm a little bit sore today. I had my second session with a personal trainer on yesterday. Not nearly as sore as I was last week. But I'm having a lot of I'm not really sure if it's sciatic or sacroiliac pain, but it does not feel good. And I'm not quite sure again why I'm sitting on the floor because that's probably the worst thing that I could be doing right now. Hair looks bright red. Oh, thank you. Yeah, lighting really makes a huge difference. It's a lot closer to where I want it to be. So hopefully next week there's a new color line out. Um, I don't really know much about it, but there was a color rep in the salon today who kind of heard my hair history and my I don't know, the issues that I've had with my hair color. And she's like, I really think that our color line would be really good for your hair. So, and her hair was vibrant purple and she hadn't had it touched up in 6 months. So we might try that next month. We might try bleaching. We'll see what happens. But have you ever considered doing a movie reaction channel? No, I haven't. I'm not entirely sure how those work, like how they get away with a lot of reaction channels. I feel like get shut down for copyright, even though technically if you're doing a reaction, you're not supposed to, but I wouldn't know how any of that works. And honestly, it doesn't really interest me. I do enjoy watching. There's one channel in particular that I watch. I think it's called Bad Medicine. And I found them because they were reacting to Harry Potter. A bunch of big, grown, manly, muscular men watching Harry Potter, and they loved it. So I watch them sometimes, but no. Sup Movie Maniac, recovering from breaking my foot New Year's Eve. Oh, I'm sorry. How did that happen? I'm sorry. I feel like somebody else just broke oh no, never mind. It was just sprained. Hey now, slow-mo. Dang, that sucks, man. They have to edit the shit out of them. Yeah. Yeah. So are you familiar with Bad Medicine or no? Because I love them. I actually don't think they reviewed anything recently. So on the Super Bowl, now I didn't actually watch the Super Bowl. I watched like the first 10 minutes and then I watched the halftime show. But they had a trailer for Wicked, the movie, and I am hyped. I don't think it comes out until November of 2024. So I'm a little bit irritated that they're teasing me this early, but I'm really excited about it. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out some like natural things that I can do to help this freaking butt pain, this whatever it is, sciatic pain, joint pain, whatever. Because it does not feel good. And last time, it's not as bad as it used to be. But last time that it got really bad, I ended up having to because I don't like, I'll take Tylenol, but I won't take NSAIDs, or I can't take NSAIDs. I'm not touching opioids, anything like that. So last time I ended up getting an epidural steroid injection, which, I remember it helped my back pain a lot, but I can't remember if it helped the butt cheek pain, which is unfortunate. But hopefully, like going to the gym, strengthening my back, strengthening my core, hopefully it'll help that. And I think that's why it's exacerbated right now because I feel like this has really been since last week's session that it's been acting up, but I just don't want to risk like doing any damage or hurting it. So, hey, Rav Rashim. Good evening, Kimmy, and happy Valentine's Day. You look very pretty tonight. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it'll be Valentine's Day, I guess, in like 4 hours, right? It's just another day, but I guess you could use that day to give a little extra appreciation to the people that you love. I don't think it has to be like a romantic thing, you know? I don't know. It's just a holiday to sell a bunch of candy and teddy bears and jewelry, you know? Sup Rev coming in with a charm level. I appreciate the compliment because, like, I'm literally like, I've been slumming it all night. I'm in my pajamas. It is what it is, you know? I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, so you get what you get with me, you know? I really would like to stop saying, you know. But um what is the greatest advice that you've ever received? Hmm. Man, you always have the hardest questions. That's a really, really hard question. The greatest advice that I've ever received. I can't answer that right now because I would probably sit here for an hour trying to decide, and I can't answer that right now. What about you, Rever Shame? What's the greatest advice that you've ever received? Morrison, I do know. Yo. So I figured it would be kind of quiet. I haven't been streaming. I've literally pre-scheduled it like 10 minutes ago. But that's cool. I don't mind a quiet night. I actually haven't had dinner yet. So I'll probably hang out for a little bit and then heat up dinner. So um I ate a whole bag. And when I say a whole bag, I mean like a mini, like I think it's like 3 servings, 2.5 or 3 serving bag of white cheddar popcorners tonight. And I felt real guilty about that. Um, so yeah, I still have really a lot of disordered thoughts around food and eating. And when I do that, when I eat something I'm not supposed to eat, that falls outside of like my caloric intake or it's too high in carbs, like I want to punish myself for eating that, you know? And that's not good. But it's very hard for me to find balance when it comes to food. Um, Rev said mine was what my mom told me not to waste the gifts and talents that God has blessed me with. That's really nice. I like that a lot. I'm sure it's something that my grandmother told me. My grandmother always had pearls of wisdom. And unfortunately, most of them I didn't see as that at the time. They probably annoyed me when she would, when she would try to give me advice or whatever. But I'm sure it was probably something that my grandmother said. But I really like that, Rev. So does anybody have any plans for Valentine's Day? Anything special with your loved ones? What is my favorite candy? Well, I don't like candy, like I like chocolate candy, like chocolate stuff, but like I don't know, candy, I've never really been into. I'm a sucker for anything with like peanut butter in it. Um, I love Snickers bars. Peanut butter cups, M&Ms. I mean, I like it all. I really like it all. But as far as just like candy, I couldn't care less, honestly. What's your favorite candy, Revershim? Greatest advice, pour the bottle down the drain. Yeah. Well, yeah, I was a little relentless, but I got my point across. I wish there was a way that we could listen to music and not get in trouble. You know, there are some songs that you can play on YouTube that are copyright, but they won't remove the video. You'll just get like a notice on your video. Like the slideshow video that I have with a Rob Thomas song. My copyright thing says like this is a copyright song, but the artist basically doesn't mind it being used for videos. So this has like no bearing on your channel. I wish they had a list of song like those songs that you couldn't get in trouble for so that we could jam out, you know? Milk duds. I'm sure I've had milk duds at some point in my life, but they're a little bit chewy, right? Mm, I don't think that I care for them. You know what I used to love was Whoppers. I used to love Whoppers. So what do you guys think? Is there anything specific you guys want to talk about? Oh, my butt is on fire. That probably sounded bad. You're gonna watch Sleepless in Seattle for Valentine's Day. You know, I don't actually think that I've seen that movie either. I don't think I've seen it. I was scrolling through Amazon looking for movies to watch, and I couldn't decide between a comedy, which I'm not usually into comedies because I have kind of a weird sense of humor, or like a scary movie. You haven't seen any good movies. I have seen a lot of good movies, just apparently not the right ones. Well, I don't do any. Rev, I got a question for you. And Morrison, you can hush for 2 seconds while he answers it. Rev Rashim, if you had to pick between Pepsi and Coca-Cola, which would you pick? Honestly, just give me your honest answer. I'm curious. Mountain Dew. Okay, well, Mountain Dew is made by Pepsi, but in terms of like cola, I'm just gonna take that answer as Pepsi. And I appreciate you, Rev Rashim. I think we're gonna be really good friends because I love Pepsi too. And apparently people think I'm some kind of alien for enjoying Pepsi, you know? You know? Oh. Rev, what are your hobbies? What kinds of things do you do when you're home alone and you're bored? What kinds of things do you do for hobbies? Whatever. Pepsi lovers can't be trusted. Listen, listen, you. I am probably the most loyal, trustworthy person you will ever meet. Takes a lot for me to get to that, to like where, you know what I'm trying to say, but I'm pretty damn loyal and trustworthy. So I was going to do some reading today, but that didn't happen. I did manage to get like a little half an hour nap in, which was nice. I surprisingly did feel rested after that. Usually I don't. Usually I need like at least a 2-hour nap to feel rested. But, hmm, 94%. Except Kimmy, she is an exception. I trust her despite her Pepsi habit. Oh, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, hey Drew, how's it going? How are you tonight? Rev Rashim, being single on Valentine's Day can get lonely. I mean, being single any day can get lonely. I guess it depends on how much power you give Valentine's Day. Again, like for me, it's just another day. Um, but I understand what you're saying. Like, I definitely have days where I'm really, really lonely. And I'm like, I'll be like, oh, let me get on like a dating app or whatever. But then I remember the journey that I'm on right now in terms of, well, I'm on a lot of different journeys right now, but specifically like my mental health. I just don't think that right now is the time. And I don't think that right now is the time for me to seek anything. I think if God wants me to meet somebody, he'll put them in my path right now. I just don't think that it's smart for me to seek a relationship at this time. I've got too many things about myself that I need to work on, you know? Too many Pepsi drinkers in the chat. I know, for once, you're in the minority, Morrison. Oh, you woke up with a headache, Drew? I'm sorry. I actually had a headache earlier too. I had a bunch of errands to run this morning, and I got my hair done, and then when I came back, I've had my back has been bothering me, my low back and my head was I had a headache, so I actually caved and took some Tylenol. My head feels better. My back does not. Hey now. Much love, Drew. LOLs. That's good advice. Yeah, I mean, loneliness is a hard emotion, but the thing is like with my with the mental health symptoms that I have, I feel lonely whether I'm alone or not. Like I could be surrounded by people who care about me and I still feel lonely. So that's a me issue. Um and hopefully something that gets better. Um that's the goal anyway. My wife said maybe you got hexed. Wait, me? Why? Why? I want to know. Wise words, Kimmy, trust God. Yeah, I'm learning to trust God. It's not easy, but I'm learning. What is my favorite type of music? Oh, as in you, Drew, as in maybe you got hexed. Mm. I have a really wide variety of um, musical interests. Most people don't like my taste in music. Um, but like my playlists are anything from Broadway to rap to pop to rock. A few country songs, like I'll never listen to a straight country music station. I'll never listen to a straight rap music station, but there are definitely like rap and country songs that I really like. But yeah, I listen to probably mostly pop, rock, and like Broadway stuff. I'm like a Broadway sucker, you know, musical theater. I love it. Oh no, Drew, praying for you because of don't want to get her into it. Yeah, I get you. Um I am trying to put myself out there to meet new people by going to Christian singles events. That's a really good idea. I never even really thought to look into something like that. There's this app called Meetup, and there's literally groups for everything, and they're all, like, groups that are local to you. And they have, like, recovery groups, trivia, hiking, the book club, like, literally everything that you could be interested in, and I kinda looked into them, and I couldn't really find, like, a niche, I guess, that I fit into, that I was interested enough to, like, attend a meetup event, but Christian singles, that's kinda cool. Our wives know what's up, bro. It's dope rev. Yeah. Mm, wise lady. Wise lady. So, Drew, do you and your wife have any exciting plans for Valentine's Day? Going on a special date or anything? I'm sorry, I know I'm really boring tonight. Actually, I don't know why I say tonight. I'm always really boring, but I missed you guys. I wanted to say what's up. A favorite game show. I'm not sure as I would watch game shows for fun. I have like that's actually not true because depending on where I'm at, like, when I was younger, Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune was always on at night, and I can get down with some Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. I wouldn't choose to watch them on my own time, but if I'm somewhere where it's being watched, I will absolutely get down with it. Um, Price is Right, it's kind of fun, but I probably, like I said, I wouldn't choose to watch them on my own time. What's my ideal Valentine's date? Probably I mean, it wouldn't be any different on Valentine's Day as it would be any other day, but, my like I've talked about this a million times, I feel like my ideal first date would be something fun where we would have to work where we would have to communicate together, like mystery room, escape the room type thing. That's really fun. Or, like, laser light tag or glow golf, just fun stuff like that. Nope, just staying home with the kids. Okay, that's cool. I feel that, bro. Hashtag married with kids, right? That is married life when you have kids, but I love it. Well, good. Good. I, yeah, I don't think kids are in the cards for me. I guess you never know. I'm getting up there, but as far as marriage, hopefully someday. But if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be, you know? I like that. See how well you work together to escape. Yeah. Laugh and have a good time and have to like see how well you communicate with each other. I love stuff like that. I would go to those by myself, but I feel like they would be I don't feel like I could get it done in the allotted time. Have you guys ever done those, like, mystery rooms or escape the rooms? I love them. I am believing for you, Kimmy. Sarah was like 90 in the Bible. I know. I think when we got to that point, I was like, "Ah." I was like, "Then there is hope for me." I just can't focus on that right now and dwell on it and, "Oh, woe is me, I'm alone." It's just not my journey right now. Um, I mean, life is kinda challenging right now just with, like, the mental health struggles, but I still feel like I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on in terms of working on my mental health and my relationship with God. you know? I don't have one doubt in my mind that I'm not on the right path. Have I been to Dave& and Buster's? I have not. I think we have one. Isn't that like the restaurant that has the, arcade attached to it, Revershim? I have not been to it. It does sound fun, though. I haven't done arcade stuff in a really long time. We have a place in our mall that has, like, I don't know if you would call them, like, simulators, like VR machines or whatever, but, like, they have all different ones, like roller coasters and water slides. That stuff is really fun to me. But it's really expensive. I've never done a mystery room, but sounds fun. I've done quite a few. I've done them in professional environments, and I've done them with friends and family. And it was so funny. I may have told you guys this story. So we went, I think it was the day after my sister's wedding. So it was me. I'm always the odd man out. It was me, my brother, his boyfriend, my sister, her husband, and two of my sister's friends. And because we had such a large group, they add like elements to the game that they wouldn't normally do. So this was not room escape, this or mystery room. This was like a basically you have run of the whole building, but there's like 5 different stories and you choose from like the story that you want to solve. And you have like there's like a rainforest and a jungle and a chapel and a desert. Like there's all these different areas that you have to go to solve whatever your case is. So because our party was so big, they said, we're going to add an extra element. Oh, what did I imposter? They said, we're going to infiltrate somebody in your group. And that person is not going to be working with you. They're going to be working against you. So I forgot all about that, right? I forgot all about that added element. And I remember, I'm pretty sure it was one of the first times that I had met my brother's boyfriend. So I didn't really know him too well. And I keep noticing he's over in the corner talking to the guy who works there. And I'm getting real suspicious. I'm like, what is he doing over there? Like, what are they talking about? You know? And then all of a sudden it occurred to me, he's the imposter. So anyway, I had this really fun story to tell you about that. And it literally just went right out of my head. But anyway, long story short, that I didn't even finish telling you, they're really fun. They're a lot of fun. I was so mad because we get to the end of the story and I'm like, we're trying to figure out who did this crime, right? And I knew I was like, it's this person. And for this very obvious reason, you guys are making it so hard, literally Occam's razor. There's no reason to complicate it. And so they go through all the suspects and everybody else raises their hand for this one suspect. And I raise my hand for the other. And it was the one that I guessed. It was so obvious, like, that nobody could see it. They're like, "No, that's too easy." Um, I did one time, Kimmy, my work did it as a team building exercise. Yeah, that's a really fun team building exercise. I love it. My jam. Escape that is, yeah. Very proud of you. Oh, thanks, Morrison. I'm trying. I really am trying. It feels like progress is very slow, but I know I just know that I'm on the right path, and it's really hard, and that's why I also know that I'm on the right path because I feel like hard is it's always anything worthwhile is hard, you know? And I'm very thankful that I have people in my life that I can count on that I can count on, you know? That's dope, yo. You'd probably be really good at stuff like that. You're basically a detective. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's a compliment, but it's fun. Sometimes the obvious stuff goes right over my head too, you know? I am very guilty of trying to overcomplicate stuff all the time. Um, I see the progress you're making, it's actually incredible. Oh, thank you, that means a lot to me. That means a lot. It's hard to see it for myself. Um, but I just have to be patient and stay the course, you know? We are all proud of you. Oh, thank you, Drew. She is Detective Slow. I really don't know how I feel about that. I'm curious. I think that's a better word, curious. I like to know things. Praise God. You know what I wanted to ask you, Morrison, and I hope it's okay that I ask in this setting. You know how people will say all the time, like, people will talk about God, right? And you don't always know like what God they're talking about. If somebody were to come to me and ask me like what God I'm talking about, what's my answer to that? Like, what do you mean what God? There's one God, right? I mean, like the God. I wouldn't know how to answer that question. That might be a really stupid question, but um, it's a compliment. We all need a good detective in our lives. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my gum habits have not changed since I have been regularly live streaming. I'm still chewing gum like a maniac. Ugh. Have any of you guys ever taken turmeric before for pain or inflammation? I'm curious. Turmeric, by the way. Turmeric is in T-U-M, not T-U-R-M. What time is it? 8:43. I'll probably wrap it up in like 15 minutes or so because I am hungry and I want to eat. Tala has what? Oh, turmeric. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think turmeric is one of the ingredients in the Archery King pills. But yeah, I should ask him if he's ever taken. Because I'm trying to think of like natural ways to treat pain. You know, like Tylenol. I'm okay taking Tylenol. I don't want to take it too often, but I'm trying to stay as like pharma free as possible, you know. Turmeric. Not a stupid question. I would tell them I follow the biblical Jesus Christ. Okay. Interesting. I take I don't like the way you guys are spelling that word. I take turmeric and recommend it for pain and inflammation. Do you? I didn't know you took it before, Morrison. I remember you told me to take it. Was it yesterday? And I was like, I don't want to take it. Don't even start with me, Morrison, with your R's. There's no R in that word. You have fallen under the spell of that mandala, whatever it's called, effect. And I don't appreciate it one bit. Mm-mm. You do take it? Okay. I don't know anything about it. Like if it comes in different strengths, I have to look into it. And I'm assuming it's something that you can just take as needed. Oh, how did I get in here? That you can just take as needed because I obviously don't want to take it every day. Um, no, Drew, you didn't spell it wrong if you are part of the Mandela effect. So the newest Mandela effect is that there are a large number of us who believe that there was never an R in it. It was turmeric. And I know that's how you say it anyway. Like you don't ever pronounce the R. But in my mind, in the mind of many other people, it's TUM. It's always been TUM. And now all of a sudden it's TURM. Mm-mm. Come on, you want to come say hi? Come say hi. Say hi. What are you doing? Say what you're doing. Yeah, it is TUM. We need Marky in here to be on my side for that. That's how I remember it. Yeah, see, TUM. I knew it. I knew it. These mandala effects trip me out. They trip me out. All right, Morrison, we're just going to have to agree to disagree because I don't want to split on you. Just kidding. It's not a split. It's a hissy fit. Hey, Tala, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a quiet night, just hanging out for a little while longer. How are you doing, Tala? How's your evening going? Oh, it's still early where you're at. What are you having for dinner tonight, Tala? I'm always interested to know what you're eating. You always eat the best food. I am having rotisserie chicken. So I always mix my stuff together. I made it earlier for lunch and I cooked it in a big thing and I had half for lunch and I'll have half for dinner. So it's rotisserie chicken, fingerling potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and cheese. And it is good. Did you hear my stomach? That was so loud. It scared Bentley away. Sup, Tala, bruh. Hey, Tala, you're having your usual. Well, that's not always my usual. Sometimes it's eggs, Brussels sprouts, and potatoes, and sometimes it's steak, Brussels sprouts, and potatoes. But yeah, it's usually always Brussels sprouts and potatoes. I'm pretty sure I eat Brussels sprouts at least twice a day, every day. I love them. I'm good because God is good. But as for dinner, I made candy fire chicken with fried rice. Oh, interesting. I wonder, do you take pictures or no? Candy fire chicken. Oh, candy fried chicken. My mom used to make this baked chicken when we were kids. And the like bread topping or whatever on the chicken was like instant mashed potato flakes. Do you guys still eat instant mashed potatoes? I can't do it. Like Hungry Jack. I used to love them when I was a kid, but I just can't get down with it now. That sounds good, bro. We need to see the pics. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see those pictures. Hi. Hi. Candy fire chicken. Oh, with fried rice. Yeah, candy fire chicken. Yeah, I'm interested to learn more about that. I can't do instant mashed potatoes. Yeah, me either, Morrison. I used to make when I would like had my first apartment, I would get those like the ones that came in the little pouch. I think the brand was Idahoan. I think there was an N at the end of it. I think I used to get like the garlic and onion ones. I used to live on those. For a very, very long time, if people were to ask me what my favorite food was, I would always say mashed potatoes. Love mashed potatoes. I just don't eat them very much anymore. Too many carbies. Mm. I was really tempted today when I went into the grocery store to buy those veggie straws. Remember we were talking about those? I love veggie straws. They're so bad for you, but they're so good. So then I just ended up getting those popcorners, little bag of popcorners. I thought, well, it's healthier than chips at least. Morbid question, what would your death row last meal be? I've actually thought about this before. I think that's such a hard question, but it's so funny too, like how different Some states you can literally order, like, you could order lobster and steak, and other states you have, like, I think, like, a $10, like, budget or whatever. I think I would get shrimp lo mein, an egg roll, or so this is a problem. I'm not good at decision making. I'm too wishy-washy. Actually, scratch that. I changed my mind. I would get a shrimp boil, a seafood boil, a big bag with garlic butter, with head off shrimp, salt potatoes, corn on the cob, andouille sausage, the whole works. Seafood boil. Mm. I could eat shrimp every day, covered in ooey gooey garlic butter. So good. Real mashed potatoes and chicken. Yeah, I eat potatoes every day. So I started watching. I don't do keto or anything like that, but I started watching my carbs many, many months ago. Right. Because after I got off of Suboxone on Lexapro, then off Lexapro, I gained like 55 pounds. And when I got off Lexapro, um, I started counting my calories and I could not get the weight to budge. Like I was diligently tracking my calories every single day. And so I stopped doing that and I went to intermittent fasting and lower carb. And then the weight started to come off. So it's very strange to me how different potatoes have such massively different amounts of carbs in them. So I get these little baby potatoes, and there's only certain brands that have these lower carbs. They're red, white, or yeah, red, white, purple potatoes. And you can have a serving, which is like 4 to 5 of the little potatoes for 15 to 16 grams of carbs. So I eat those every day pretty much. I love potatoes. What would you have for dessert? I would have, oh, what were those things called? What, a blizzard? Remember blizzards that were like ice cream with like whatever kind of candy you wanted in them? I would have a peanut butter cup blizzard. I have not had real ice cream in 8 years, since before I had my surgery. I have not had real ice cream. I would have a peanut butter cup or a Reese's Pieces blizzard. Slow-mo, interesting question, right? I think I read that. Drew, real mashed potatoes is the way to go. Oh, of course, of course. Long John Silver. I don't think we have any of those around here. That's like a fast food, like fish fast food, right? Is that right? Um, we got some ghost listeners in here. So whoever is watching, please feel free to say hello. Say what's up. Oh, I'm assuming you'd have a Diet Pepsi as your last drink. Well, I would, but I would also have a Mountain Dew because I also have not had a Mountain Dew in over 8 years. And I love Mountain Dew, but I can't like, I eat sugar, obviously, but like anything with that amount of sugar in it is going to make me very, very sick. But if I'm going to die, yeah, give me a Mountain Dew. For real, Drew, Long John Silver. Blizzards, yeah. Are they still around? They have to be, right? Did you guys ever get into the whole like my grandma used to be obsessed with the Frosties at Wendy's, and dipping your french fries in a Frosty is like the best thing ever. Cranberry juice cocktail with chocolate peanut butter pudding pie. Interesting. I can get down with a pie. I love chocolate peanut butter. Cranberry juice I've never cared for on its own. When if I would have a drink, like a vodka drink, then there would be probably cranberry juice in it. Mountain Dew with stevia, yeah, right. Fish and chicken deep fried. Okay. Yeah, I don't, you know what? I actually, oh, let me ask you guys, do you guys, I always forget the name of this fast food place. It's the one that I've always wanted to try. I think it's Filipino. They have like fried chicken, like spicy fried chicken and these weird, it's like sweet spaghetti with little hot dog chunks. Oh, what is it? Jollibees, Jollibees, Jollibees. Do you guys have that around? Have you ever eaten that before? I'm gonna look up Long John Silver's. Oh, there's one about an hour from here. That's the closest one we have. Blizzards are still a thing. Baja Mountain Dew is fire. Is that exclusively Taco Bell or no? I've heard of them, but I'm not sure if I've ever had Baja Mountain Dew. Baja Blast. I like dipping fries in Frosty. The conversation always turns to food somehow. We love food. We don't have that, but seen it in Cali. Oh, the Jollibees. I used to watch like mukbangs and stuff on YouTube, and people would always eat Jollibees. Jollibees, what is it called? And it looks so good. So good. I am craving some fried chicken. Craving it so bad. Some nice. It's the one thing, Morrison, you will be very pleased to hear that I prefer my fried chicken nice and crispy, crunchy. No soft, floppy fried chicken for me. Oh, so let's see, 49 minutes. We'll probably wrap it up in the next 10 minutes. Last meal. Raising Cane's crispy fried chicken. Is Raising Cane's a fast food place? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. No Jollibees here either. Okay, interesting. Hmm. I feel like there's a lot of like fast food places that we don't have here that other people have. I don't really eat fast food that much anymore. A couple months ago, I had a Whopper Junior because I was really craving a Whopper. Um, but I try not to eat fast food too much. Yeah, fast food and super dope. Okay. You know what's funny is like I so we it's only been in the last couple of years that we got a oh, what's that fried chicken place? Popeyes. It's yeah, so Popeyes around here is relatively new. And the first time that I ate there, I got their chicken sandwich that's like the just like the crispy fried chicken with the I think mayo and pickles, which is odd to me, but it was so good. The chicken was like I prefer dark meat chicken because I don't like deserts in my mouth. I like moist meat. So I was surprised with how good this sandwich was. But their fried chicken, I prefer KFC's to Popeye. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm used to KFC, but I prefer KFC fried chicken. Oh, you guys are making me so hungry for fried chicken. No Jolly here either. Okay. Popeye's chicken sandwich is good. Yeah. Oh, that sounds so good. KFC is better. Okay, see Morrison. There's more food choices that we can agree on. Drew, yep, we got Popeyes here. Hmm. Guys, I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I love crispy chicken, no soft. So I fried chicken, yeah, but if I'm eating chicken wings, like I get chicken wings at least once a week because they're high protein, low carb. They fit in my macro, like my macro goals. And I always get the buffalo chicken wings, but I don't like crispy chicken wings. I don't like it because when the chicken wings are crispy, usually the meat is dry, and I don't appreciate dry chicken meat. So I prefer did you guys ever eat I think the brand is TGI Friday, and they're like frozen chicken wings. You either cook them in the microwave or cook them in the oven. They're so soft. Like you can literally put the chicken wing in your mouth and like get all the meat off. It's so tender and juicy. It just comes right off the bone and just pull the bone out of your mouth. Like that's the kind of chicken wing that I like. Bentley, what are you doing, dude? I wouldn't say floppy food in general, Morrison. Okay, I also enjoy floppy bacon, but I wouldn't say as a rule I prefer floppy food. Gross. I'm getting KFC tonight. Thanks for helping me decide. Oh, I'm so jealous. Maybe one of these nights I can have a cheat night. So I just it's too hard for me to have like a cheat night when I have such an unhealthy relationship with food, you know. It was a couple of weeks ago. I door dashed. What did I door dash? Crap. I door dashed something really unhealthy. Was it Taco Bell? Yeah, it was Taco Bell. Oh, well, Indian food too, but I didn't feel overly guilty about that. It was Taco Bell. I door dashed 3 of those Doritos Locos Tacos and a large Diet Pepsi. And I don't DoorDash very often. I kind of feel like I have been a little bit more lately, but um anyway, this is at night. That's when I want to eat. That's when I'm like, "Ugh," I think of all these really good foods, but I feel really guilty about it. You know, like I want to punish myself when I eat stuff I'm not supposed to. Um, Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich is my number one favorite. I should try that. I only started liking spicy food like within the last couple of years. I should try that. Haha, Drew sounds good. LOL, slow. Keep it real. I don't know what I said that was keeping it real, but I'm always going to keep it real. That's the thing. Either like me or you don't, you know? Tala, you love spicy food, don't you? Drew, yes, fire. Indian food, yeah. I think the only Indian food that I've had is whatever I order every time. The chicken tikka masala and the garlic naan, whatever. I eat so much. That's the thing. Like I literally with my fasting, like on work days, I get up at like 5, a little after 5 in the morning, and I'll go until like a little after 4 in the afternoon before I eat. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's nighttime. It's nighttime that gets me in trouble. On my days off, I eat earlier in the day. And I find that the earlier I eat and the more that I eat, the hungrier I am. I'm not big on spicy, but I love anything jalapeno cheddar. I can't hang with that, but we can still be friends. I dig spicy food too, bro. Hey, Sonny, good to see you. How are you doing? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Nice to see you. Sup, Sonny? Glad you're here, bro. Um, you guys, I used to be obsessed, well, with Korean food in general, but especially like ramen. I love ramen. I haven't had it in so long. But have you guys ever had Shin ramen? Either the original Shin ramen, which is comes in the red package, which is really, really spicy, or Shin Black, which is, in my opinion, actually, I think Tala, I think we may have had this conversation. Shin Black is a little bit less spicy, but the flavor is actually better, in my opinion. It's like a more savory, like a deeper bone broth kind of flavor. But I love ramen so much. Sup Sunny, Shin Ramen Black. Yeah, same, same. Oh, that sounds so good. You get some like you melt some like Colby Jack cheese on top of it. Oh, so good. I went through this like Korean food obsession and I wanted to like black bean noodles. It's called jjajangmyeon. I wanted to love it so much because it looks so good, but it was just it was so bad. So bad. I was into like eating kimchi a lot for a time being, and actually kimchi is really good for you. All fermented food in moderation is good for you. Um, I'm gonna need to try Shin. Yeah, it's at Walmart. I'm sure your southern stores are gonna have it, your Publix and whatever else you have. Um, Oriental, the blue bag. So I'm assuming you're referring to Top Ramen. Yeah, I used to eat a lot of that too. There's another brand. They have it at Walmart. I don't like Walmart's kind of like our big grocery store, and it's called I think it's called Dave's Gourmet Ramen, and that's really, really good. It's not spicy, but it's really good. Um, so I think I'm gonna wind down a little bit here. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up for the night? My back is kicking, guys. I need to get off the floor, heat up my dinner. I reckon our southern stores may have it down yonder. Down yonder. Man, I wish we had Publix here. I really do. Sounds like it's a pretty good grocery store, but alas, we don't. Mm. Mhm. These cats are very needy tonight. All right, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Impromptu. It's kind of my middle name lately, impromptu. But I had a good time. I didn't really expect, many people to be on because I scheduled it 10 minutes before I went on. Would you go to the desert and trip on shrooms? Me? No. No, absolutely not. That's horrifying to me. I would consider someday, maybe, maybe, very small, maybe, microdosing, but no. Tripping sounds like a nightmare to me. I don't want anything to do with it. It sounds literally horrifying. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't know about y'all, but it ain't my cup of tea. Great answer. I feel like that was a test, Morrison. No, me either. Psychedelics scare me. Yeah. I feel like I can't say it enough. I dissociate enough on the daily. I do not need any help with that at all. I'm trying to stay grounded in reality as much as possible, you know? Agreed. I'm good on that. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Again, I'm not going to say I'll be back Thursday or next Tuesday or whenever because I just don't know at this time. It might just be I'm going to live stream when I feel like live streaming, you know? But thanks for hanging out. It was good to talk to some of you guys that I haven't talked to in a while. And hopefully we'll talk soon. Night, guys.